Hannibal is finally in Italy and eager to fight his first Romans. He doesn't have to wait long. Just weeks after arriving in northern Italy, Hannibal stumbles across a contingent of Roman cavalry near the river Ticinus. The Romans are led by Scipio. He has made it back to Italy in time to be the first to fight Hannibal. Hannibal's men are trained in mobile warfare. They run circles around the clumsy Romans. Badly wounded, Scipio doesn't win glory fighting Hannibal. But one day, his son, Scipio the Younger, will face the same adversary.
It was also a first chance for him to get a taste of Hannibal's tactics. This is his first taste of the legend.
Hannibal celebrates his first victory on Roman soil with his brother Mago.
And everyone fears him. Rome's reaction is one of panic.
Hannibal soon learns that Rome is moving thousands of men northward to stop him. Rome can call on over 250,000 troops from its allies in the Republic. Hannibal has just 26,000 men. Hannibal has been in Italy less than a month, and the Roman Republic is already fracturing. The north, made up of small city-states, is now his. Bolstered by his new allies, Hannibal marches south, destroying Roman legions and terrorizing those states that stay loyal to Rome. If Hannibal can break the Roman alliance, Rome will lose its manpower and fall. The Romans will do anything to stop him. They throw more and more troops at Hannibal. They feel so confident, they carry shackles to imprison him, should they take him alive. They have no idea what they're up against. Hannibal outwits an entire army at Lake Trasimene in central Italy, trapping and slaughtering 30,000 Romans.
The pressure on Rome is beginning to build up. Tens of thousands of Romans and Italians have died since Hannibal arrived, and he's proven to them that he can do things with his army that they can't dream of.
The Romans watched in amazement as Hannibal attempted to isolate Rome from its allies. Now in the summer of 216 BC, Hannibal seizes a vital Roman supply store at Cannae and blocks the route to the grain fields in the south. Goaded and threatened by hunger, the Romans march out to crush him. The Roman legions continue to gather at Cannae until 85,000 men face the Carthaginians. The night before the battle, Hannibal's camp is tense. His men are anxious to hear how Hannibal imagines winning against such a huge army. In his tent, Hannibal formulates his plan. Hannibal calls his officers to his tent. Having fought and beaten enough Roman generals, he's able to guess what they'll do at Cannae. The next morning, the Roman army marches onto the battlefield. Neither Hannibal, his men, nor any of the Romans have ever seen so many soldiers in one place. The Romans form a huge, deep block, stretching back for almost a mile. Among the men is Scipio the Younger, now an officer. But at Cannae, he still has much to learn. Facing the full force of Rome's greatest army, Hannibal leads his men forward to meet them. Hannibal and his Gauls and Spaniards fight to keep formation. While Hannibal, the Gauls and Spaniards keep the Roman infantry occupied, his cavalry rout the Roman horsemen and chase them from the field.
It's a case of a long, steady, prolonged slaughter, fought very brutally, face to face, toe to toe, eye to eye.
The young Scipio manages to fight his way out. But 50,000 of his comrades do not. Hannibal and his men spend the entire day annihilating the Romans in one of the greatest battles in history. But the fierce war between the two rival civilizations is far from over. Cannae is a bloodbath of epic proportions. This is Rome's worst defeat and Hannibal's greatest victory.